Today we're talking about political geography and how states are spatially organized. We have three different types of spatially organized states or countries, governments. First is a unitary government. That's a central government. It's superior to the sub-units and is the governing unit. The federal government, which is much like ours, is the central government and the subunits share equal power. Confederal government is where the subunits are superior and control the central government. When you get to Module 9, you will find that economic success is often tied to the type of government you have. In addition, in Module 10, urban planning and development is often tied to the type of government established. So it is important to really understand how a state is ruled to fully understand growth and economic development. In a unitary government, we have centralized states whose administrative framework is designed to ensure the central government's authority over all the state. Unitary states are especially common in Europe because they're small. In reality, multinational states often have adopted unitary systems so that the values of one nationality can be imposed on others. In a federal state, such as the United States, local governments possess more authority to adopt their own laws. Federalism accommodates regional interests by vesting primary power in provinces, states, or other regional units over all matters except those explicitly given to the central government. Example, in our Constitution. Multinational states may adopt a federal system of government to empower different nationalities, especially if they live in separate regions of the country. The federal system is also more suitable for very large states because the national capital may be too remote to provide effective control over isolated regions. A confederation is individual states make their own laws and decisions. Laws are loosely aligned to a weak central government. Individual countries can veto decisions, often concerned with defense, promoting trade, and solving solutions to common problems for the federal area of that government. An example of that would be the British Commonwealth that envelops Ireland and Scotland as well. Devolution is the movement of power from the central government to the regional governments within the state. Sometimes devolution is achieved by reworking a constitution to establish a federal system that recognizes the permanency of the regional governments. In other places, governments devolve power without altering constitutions, almost as an experiment. Many people in the UK feel that London does not adequately represent them, so London has moved from a strict unitary system to a federal system. Devolution in the UK is a hot topic. Scotland had a referendum to become independent from the UK in 2014. Devolution has led to substantial policy innovation in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland and opened up real alternatives to policies decided at Westminster. Irredentism. The desire to annex or claim territory currently occupied or governed by another state as one's own due to current or historical similarities, usually due to ethnic or cultural ties, previous control of the territory, or historic diaspora, much like the issue we have in Israel and Palestine. Electoral geography is the partitioning of state territory into electoral districts. Geographers study patterns of voting behavior to assess the influence of their geographic situation. Reapportionment is the process by which districts are moved according to population shifts, so that each district has about the same number of people. Here we have, we're going to look at AP government at this point in time. Hopefully you'll be able to take this. The boundaries separating legislative districts within the United States and other countries are redrawn periodically to ensure that each district has approximately the same population. Boundaries must be redrawn because migration inevitably results in some districts gaining population, whereas others are losing. The job of redrawing boundaries in most European countries is entrusted to independent commissions. In most U.S. states, the job of redrawing boundaries is entrusted to the state legislature. Gerrymandering takes three forms: a wasted vote, which spreads opposition supporters across many districts but in the minority, an excess vote that concentrates opposition supporters into a few districts, and a stacked vote that links distant areas of like-minded voters through oddly shaped boundaries. In July 11, 2014, Judge Terry Lewis reprimanded Florida's Republican Party, saying the GOP intentionally drew congressional districts to allow the party to retain power. The judge ordered that the state redraw the districts. Lewis made the decision after a 12-day trial where plaintiffs argued that the Republican Party drew the boundaries using party consultants who intentionally wanted to favor the Republicans. The process, known as gerrymandering, was made illegal under the Fair Districts Amendment adopted in 2010. That amendment prohibits parties from drawing districts specifically to favor individual parties.